So I think I'm going to title this video Living with a C8 Corvette, Reality versus Expectation. Jesus Christ, that sun is killing me. And in the last video, people said, oh, you keep spinning the camera. You keep spinning the camera. I'm getting seasick. Well, guess what? I'm going to keep this one freaking still for you. Let's get into it.
Yeah, got my bands up, bro. Hang when they see me, they on fan stuff. Little bitch kept playing hard to get that, got her friend fucked. Tryna do everything I do that, but my damn son. Pockets full, pants stuck. Skeet undid it again, bro. Kick that back of the Benz truck. Fucking your bitch, and what? This hoe doing too damn much. Bro, bitches always saying something. Ain't spending shit on a damn slut. Pussy free, I ain't paying for it.
All right, when it comes to comfortability, what is the expectation versus the reality of the car? So in terms of comfortability, a lot of people think, okay, well, since the Corvette is a supercar, it is going to be extremely uncomfortable and it's going to feel rough and hard. The seats are gonna suck, when in all actuality, it's actually very, very comfortable. So most supercars, and yes, the Corvette, the C8 is a supercar, bro. Argue with me in the comments if you want to, but someone was saying it wasn't a supercar. I'm like, bro, it goes like 0 to 16, 2.9, over 500 horsepower. Like, bro, what, like, it looks like a supercar. Like, it's not a supercar. It's crazy. It's crazy. But anyways, yeah, you expect supercars to be rough and maybe bumpy, kind of like some race cars, but no, like, it's actually a very, very comfortable car. Let me try not to move the camera too much so y'all don't clown me in the comments like, oh, you're getting seasick. Go get some meclizine. But anyways, yeah, extremely comfortable. These seats are ridiculous. We got the carbon fiber, as you saw before, but it's extremely comfortable. Very cushiony. And then when you're driving in tour mode, when you put the car in tour mode, it's a smooth experience. And I think a lot of people don't talk about like the steering wheel. It's kind of like a box shape almost, compared to like, oh, your typical round steering wheel. But like, it's a very stiff steering wheel, and the response is extremely surprising. So like when you're on the road and you're making a right turn, like the way that the vehicle moves with your turn is like, it's absolutely insane. It's kind of like a video game, how it turns. Like most cars, you'll have to like really turn the wheel. The wheels are loose, and it's kind of annoying. I hate loose wheels. So I like how stiff the wheel is and how it responds to my turning. So very comfortable in that sense. And then, like I said, the seats are extremely comfortable. I've been on hours and hour drives, and it's fine. Though, again, one of the only things though is like, hey, it sits super low. It sits super low to the freaking ground. So let me show you how low I have to get, and keep in mind. All right, let me not turn too much, but just kidding. I'm gonna turn all I want to. All right. Anyways, keep in mind. All right, I'm gonna get super low to the ground. I'm a very small person. I'm pretty short. I'm 5'10". All right, 5'10 and a half, 5'11 on a good day, 6 foot on a very good day, wearing high platform shoes. All right, but no, I'm 5'10", and I'm squatting all the way down. All right, look at like my hand. This is where the car is. Okay, look at my hand. So maybe like a hand and a half distance from the ground. That's what we're talking about here. We're sitting low, people. We're sitting really, really low. Okay, so in terms of getting into the car, if we had to rate it on a scale of 1 through 10, I'm gonna give it a 3. Okay, getting into the car freaking sucks, and then getting out of it sucks. I'm not gonna cap. That's not comfortable. Like getting into you, I gotta get it low, and then getting out, I'm like, and then yeah, and I get out. Okay, so in that sense, that is not so comfortable. And then for this topic for gas mileage and reliability, I'm gonna have to give this a 10 out of 10. All right. So like I said in my other video, I've driven this over 54,000 miles, and it's super duper reliable. No problems, never any problems, literally no problems. And then when it comes to the gas mileage, like I said, I've driven this thing pretty far, like really, really far. And what you think, your expectation is, hey, sports car, gas guzzler, never. I don't want it. I don't want to deal with it. But I buy 93 Supreme gas, okay, right? And I literally have gone hours and hours without stopping for gas. And then I keep thinking like, oh man, it's probably gonna run out soon. And I'm looking and like the gas gauge did not change. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. So gas mileage is absolutely insane. All right, I think it's like 20 something highway, maybe 18, 19 city, something like that. But it's actually really, really good. So it's not a gas guzzler like many people would think. And then in terms of reliability, extremely reliable. Won't break down like your typical supercar, your McLarens, your Lamborghinis, where you have to pay out an arm and a leg. And if you do have to fix anything, it's super cheap to fix anything on the Corvette. Now, when it comes to attention, in the other video I had mentioned that because of the way that the car looks, you can't really tell what it is at first. If you're not like a car person, you won't know what it is. And even if you have seen Corvettes, this does not have the typical Corvette look. Okay, it doesn't have the typical Corvette look. So what are you going to get with that? You're going to get some haters. You're going to get some not so much haters. You're going to get attention, okay? So it is pretty much a clout magnet. And the expectation is that with supercars, people turn their heads and they look at it all the time, and they're always like, "Oh, what is this? What is it? Oh, like what? Oh, like what do you do? Like, oh my gosh!" And that's the truth. Like everywhere I go, it's gonna people literally are like, "Oh, dude, sick car," or "Oh, dude, like what is that? Oh, like oh," and you get all this attention. And sometimes it could be good, and then sometimes it could be bad because literally, I'm just driving on the beach and cop car pulls up right behind me, and you saw that in my other video. I showed you. Cop car just pulls up right behind me out of nowhere. I'm literally like driving speed limit, everyone's traffic's going regular, but cop car pulls up behind me. I'm like, yo, what the heck? And then they run my plates, and unfortunately my tag was expired, unfortunately. But it was like, there was a whole bunch of cars. Like, why did you pull up behind my car? Was the thing. I was like, I don't get it, you know? And then I was like, I don't know what's going on. Anyways, but yeah, you're gonna get attention, and sometimes it's unwanted attention, sometimes it's haters. I haven't seen like haters in real life on the car. I've seen haters online, but like in real life, no one is going to like hate you for having the car. In real life, people are gonna be like, oh dude, that's a really cool car. Oh dude, like that's insane. Like, what do you do? So every time I go to the gas station, I'm always getting a whole, oh, like, what do you do, man? Like, oh man, sick car, what do you do? That's literally, everyone says, sick car, what do you do? And then when you're going grocery shopping, at least when I go grocery shopping, I don't think I mentioned the other video, but there were some girls taking pictures with my car. And then I came out and I like unlocked my car. I was like, oh, and they're like, oh, sorry. And then they're like, oh no, like, can you get in the picture with us? And I was like, oh yeah, sure. So it's kind of like celebrity status, low key. And whenever I do go to shop for groceries or go to Target or Publix down here in Florida, I'll park, and then everyone will literally stop walking or doing what they're doing to see who's getting out of the car. Like, people want to see who's getting out of the car. This car is insane. Who is it? Is it Michael Jackson? Is it Bo Jackson? Is it LeBron James? Like, people want to know like who's in the car, because it looks like a car that those caliber of people would be driving. So it's going to give you attention, and I think it's a lot more positive attention than negative. But you have to understand, like, yeah, you're probably going to get stopped a lot by police, even if you're going the speed limit, because it looks like your car is just fast and you're up to no good. It literally looks like a Batmobile, like you're up to no good, especially if you have like the all black look, like how I do. And then my windows are 5% tint on the sides. The front you can see straight through, but 5% tints on both sides. So definitely going to get some attention in that sense. And then another way you might get attention if you drive the supercar is people are like, oh, like you probably get girls. And like people have asked me that, like, yo, you probably get girls in that thing. And what's the reality of that? Do you actually get girls driving a supercar that looks like this? The answer is yes. Surprisingly, yes. I was like, that's just fake. But then, like, after 10 months of ownership of the car, literally, it's like everywhere I go, it's like, oh, like he's the guy with that car. Oh, that's his car, right? And then girls just come up to me and talk to me. And then if you're like leaving an establishment, aka a club, well, what's gonna happen? We're leaving, and like any girl that you talk to are probably gonna, just be kind of chilling. And then once you click the beep and they're like, oh shit, that's his car. It's the only car in like outside of the establishment that looks like that. So they're gonna want to be seen with you. So I've had an instance where I was talking to these two girls, right? And then these other guys, like they probably looked a little bit bigger than me, right? A little bit taller, which is like, oh, like, cool, you're tall. Girls like tall guys, whatever. They start talking to these girls, and I'm like, all right, I'll see y'all. I walk away. I go to my car, and I'm like chilling at my car, and then like they point to me, and they're like, oh no, we're gonna go with him. So the two girls were talking to like four guys, and both the girls were like, no, we're going with him. And everyone's like, yo, what the heck? That guy is him. And they both sat in the passenger seat. This is not, which there's only one passenger seat, but they lapped up and went with me. Anyways, yes, you're definitely gonna get girls driving something like that. Now, another thing that a lot of people talk about is practicality. So in terms of practicality, is it practical to drive this around and go grocery shopping and stuff like that? So people always talk about like, oh, well, you got a frunk, but then you do also have not only the frunk, but you have the trunk. And I think daily driving this, they're like way more than enough. Like, so people always say like, oh, there's not, it's mid-engine, the frunk and the trunk are really small. Like, I don't know what people are talking about. Unless you're like going to Home Depot and getting like 4x4s and like you're building a house, obviously you can't put that shit in here. Or if you're like trying to move furniture from your new house to or from an old house to a new house, obviously you can't fit that shit in here. So don't buy the car. Don't talk about it. If you're looking for freaking hella room to store something, don't get this car, obviously. But if you're just trying to daily this and you're trying to go get groceries, go get your occasional things that you get on a day-to-day basis, not for a one-time move, or if you're like a lumberjack and you need to build houses, don't buy the car, obviously. But there's hella room in the trunk and in the frunk. I'll show you the trunk. I don't like opening my frunk. I like to keep it shut. But I'll show you the frunk real quick. So looking at the frunk, is there enough room? Heck yeah, you could put like two bodies back here, bruh. It's like insane how much room there is in there. And it's super duper deep. Super deep. So you can put like two families worth of grocery in there. So I don't know what people are talking about when it comes to that frunk. So yeah, not really sure. Tons of room. And then even inside, I typically don't have any passengers, so even on the inside, a ton of room on the inside. Very practical to you. Even if you wanted to store some stuff in here, you could probably put a big box, a chair, a box chair in here. Like if you were buying a chair, you could put the box in there. And then the front has huge room too. It's pretty deep. I'm not gonna open my frunk. I mean, but yeah, very practical for storage. Now, what would I have to say about the lifestyle impact on owning a Corvette versus a regular car? The lifestyle impact definitely goes on 10. I swear it goes on 10. It's like when you're driving, you're having fun. And that's another thing I wanted to talk about too, is the drivability. So there's fun roads and then there's not so fun roads. So like if you're just in regular traffic and it's like, oh, well, now you feel like you're in a regular car. But then once you get into open space or on a highway or something, you can really push this thing. And like when you get in open roads, and like if someone is like driving really slow in front of you and you have open lanes to your left or your right, you can quickly like go around them and just take off. And it looks crazy. It feels crazy. It's like a roller coaster. Everyone who drives with me is always like, oh dang, it feels like we're in a roller coaster. So definitely makes it a lot of fun there on open roads. But on not open roads, it's like, dang, I have all this power in this car and I can't even do anything. So yeah, not so fun then. But then the lifestyle just goes up to 10, because then you just feel elegant. It's an elegant looking car. You just feel really good. You feel like, hey man, all my hard work like paid off, right? And I feel like that's for anyone with like a Ferrari, a McLaren, Lamborghinis, Rolls Royces, even C8 Corvettes can make you feel like that, because it really looks like that car, right? So in that sense, the lifestyle does go up, and people are always like treating you as if you are a celebrity when you get out the car, or when you go to the car, or when they see your car, they're treating you like a celebrity. So in that sense, it feels good, but you have to understand it's not magic, right? So people might even say like, oh, you must have money. Well, no, I have dedication, consistency, persistence, and hard work is what I have. And you have to upkeep that. Even if you have the car, you have the nice things, you have to keep that up, all right, to maintain things like this, and to get to the next level of life. You have to do that. You have to be consistent, persistent, and resilient when it comes to road bumps. So it is a nice little trophy of all the hard work that you have put in when it comes to like working out, or when it comes to my trading, my working out, all that good stuff, being a doctor, all that good stuff, right? It's a good little trophy to remind me like, hey, you are in essence a celebrity. You're a 1% of the 1%, because not everyone's going to have a Corvette. Not everyone's going to have a supercar. If you do have a Corvette, and I know some people in the comments were like, oh, like some hater was like, oh, there's like 100,000 Corvettes made or something like that. I was like, bro, like, where's your Corvette, bro? Like, come on, bro. Like, where's your Corvette, bro? What color is your Bugatti? What color is your Corvette, bro? Like, come on, for real. Like, because like in most cities, I promise you, you're gonna probably only see like one or two, if any, in most cities, unless you live in Miami. All right, you live in Miami, you live in Atlanta, you're gonna see a freaking Charger, Challenger, Corvette, Lamborghini every freaking street you turn downtown. But guess what? Guess who those people are? They're the 1% of the 1%. They're putting in the hard work, the dedication. Okay, they're not middle class. They're upper middle class, or upper class. Okay, and the reason is they're putting in the work. Okay, and it shows. All right, but yeah, definitely the lifestyle is 100% on 10, and like I said, it makes you feel great. It makes you feel like, oh man, I did something and I earned something, and this is how I should be treated. This is how I should feel when I am getting it done. So hopefully that gives you some insight on, hey, what is the expectation when owning a supercar? Is it this or is it that? It's actually super duper great owning a C8 at least. So it's extremely great. It feels really good. It's always really fun to drive. I'm always wanting to get in the car, even if I'm just going on nightly cruises. And then, like I said, when you're it's not that you're buying the car for other people. I bought it for myself, but then the reaction that you get from other people it's inevitable, and it's actually pretty cool. So it's really a good time, a great time. And if I was to recommend someone, if you were going to get a supercar under 100 bands, this is it. This is the one. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. It's your boy, Mr. Fit to Flourish, and I'm out.